can choose the most updated 201 to 450 dumps questions to prepare for LPIC-2 Exam 201, Part 1 of 2, version 4.5 certification exam. We have updated LPIC-2 201 to 450 exam dumps questions to help you do the best preparation. Question number 1. What needs to be done to enable 32-bit I/O transfer mode for IDE disks on a system running a 2.4 series Linux kernel? A. The Linux kernel must be recompiled. B. The sysctl utility must be used. C. The hdparm utility must be used. D. This feature isn't supported in 2.4 series kernels. E. This feature is enabled by default in 2.4 series kernels. Answer C. Question number 2. Which two archiving formats are used to create an initr image? A. gzip, B. tar, C. rar, D. cpio, E. bzip2. Answer A. D. Question number 3. DNS-SEC is used for A. Encrypted DNS queries between nameservers. B. Cryptographic authentication of DNS zones. C. Secondary DNS queries for local zones. D. Defining a secure DNS section. E. Querying a secure DNS section. Answer B. Question number 4. After unpacking the source code for a Linux kernel, what is the first make command that should be run which will delete any current configuration and all generated files? This command will ensure that no inappropriate files were left in the kernel archive by the maintainer. A. Make depend, B. Make dist clean, C. Make config, D. Make clean, E. Make Mr. Proper. Answer B. Question number 5. What command must be used to create an ext3 file system? A. mkext3fs, B. mkjfs, C. mke3fs, D. mke2fs, E. mkext2fs. Answer D. Question number 6. Which script, in the Linux scripts directory, can be used to add upgrades or updated code to the 2.6.xx kernel source code? A. Patch, B. Patch kernel, C. Kernel update, D. Upgrade kernel, E. Upgrade. Answer B. Question number 7. What tool can you use to print shared library dependencies? A. ldconfig, B. ldd, C. libdep, D. libpath, E. ldev. Answer B. Question number 8. After unpacking source code, what file is used by configure to create a final makefile? A. configure.in, B. configure.ac, C. makefile.in, D. makefile. TMPL. Answer C. Question number 9. User Joseph has successfully extracted and compiled a program from source code. Installing the binaries produces errors. What is the most likely reason? A. The source code was compiled for a different CPU. B. The permissions set in the usr bin directory are wrong. C. The binaries require root privileges to be installed. D. The wrong prefix was used during configuration of the source code. Answer C. Question number 10. You have finished updating and resolving dependencies for some source code. What command should you run before recompiling the code into binary form? A. Make clean, B. Make all, C. Make dep, D. Make install. Answer A. Question number 11. Which tool can be used to control the runtime behavior of udev? A. udev, B. udevctl, C. udevadm, D. udevconfig, E. udevclient. Answer C. Question number 12. What command can be used on an existing formatted partition to configure the interval between disk checks when mounting partitions? A. mke2fs, B. e2fsck, C. e2fsck config, D. config2fs, E. tune2fs. Answer E. Question number 13. A machine is running in single-user mode and, as such, not all file systems are accessible. What command must be run to make all of the other file systems listed in etc. fstab accessible? A. Mount all, B. Mount fs all, C. Mount fsa, D. Mount a. Answer D. Question number 14. What command must be used to create an ext3 file system? A. mke2fs, B. mkext2fs, C. mke3fs, D. MKEXT3FS E. MKJFS. Answer A. Question number 15. Considering that a 2.4 series Linux kernel is being used, which kernel module must be loaded to enable CD burning with an IDE CD writer? A. IDE CD. B. IDE CDRW. C. IDE CDB. D. IDE SCSI. E. None of the above. Answer D. This video shares free 201 to 450 exam questions to help you check the most updated 201 to 450 exam dumps. 100% valid 201 to 450 exam dumps ensure your 100% pass. DumpsBase offers 28% discount automatically. At DumpsBase, you can get the most updated 201 to 450 exam dumps at cheap price.